And now I'd like to welcome to the stage the one and only, the unparalleled Empress.
Can I get a table full of the drink? Here, you, darling. Darling, dear, could you shake this for me? Oh, wait, no, you got a drink in your hand. How about you, darling? Now, like my friend Lusha says, shake it like you hate me. Yes. Okay. Wonderful, there. Okay, now we're all set up. So, what's the fucking theme this month? No, seriously, what is it?
We don't know. Happy anniversary.
Oh, it's the anniversary. Oh, wonderful. All right, then. Oh, anniversaries can be dangerous things. It's a celebration, but it's also a time to take stock and reevaluate what's become normal and if it's good or helpful or constructive or, well, you know. Oh, yes. Second. Okay. Yes. You know, you gather with your friends and your family and you're having a wonderful time, and then somebody brings up, oh, I don't know, abortion or gay and whatnot, and then Easter dinner just goes to shit. It's amazing what you can just say and change the whole tone in the room, you know. Words, they're magical things. And after 3,000 years, they're the only thing that's guaranteed magical. And for instance, I was thinking the other day of my granny, which I hadn't spoken to her in a long time. This was 800 years ago or so. I was down in the Tamil Nadu in the southern India, and visiting my wonderful granny. We were having a wonderful time. And then I just walked up to her and I said, "Granny, I love you." And she freaked. Fire coming out of her mouth. All four sword-wielding blue arms started swinging at me. I know I'd done something wrong, but I wasn't sure what. So I hopped on my favorite pink-painted pachyderm named Penelope. Don't go anywhere without a war elephant, trust me. And I got the hell out of there and headed for the Khyber Pass. Now, the last time I've been through what is now Afghanistan, there was some really jamming Buddhists living there. But in the intervening time, unfortunately, Muhammad and his boys had come through. And I cannot tell you the horror of drinking your last carafe of wine and being stranded on the Afghan steppes with no more alcohol because it's illegal now. It was horrible. So I just started picking poppies. Set up camp next to these beautiful Buddhist statues carved into the cliffside, and started making hash and hanging out. Eventually gathered with some friends, and we all just living in this lovely commune. And I cannot tell you, darlings, there's nothing like smoking all the hash and having a whirling dervish sit on your face and spin. Well, eventually our group got a bit of a reputation, and some of the imams started speaking out against us. And I was just like, oh, fuck that bitch, and screw her, and blah, blah, blah. Until one day I asked about whatever happened to that cranky old imam, and one of my guys just turns to me and says, oh, Empress, we killed him for you. And I whipped my face out of that spinning ass and said, what? I was throwing a little shade. It was, I didn't mean it. But they did. They'd gone out and they'd killed them all. They'd, were preaching against us. They called us the Hashishans. Now, does anybody know, it's still a word in the English language, as you know it is now. It's changed slightly. They dropped the H. Yeah, you got it. Speak up. And that's the thing. Words change. I want you to think on something. I want you to think of a butterfly, a bundle of wood, and an intimation of oddness. Eventually, my granny wrote me a letter. She explained that she just didn't like the word granny. She didn't say why, she just didn't like it. And I said, okay, fine, I love you. I'll call you whatever the hell you damn well please. It's the same thing I told to my big top leather daddy once that, you know, couldn't come unless I pinched his nipples and called him Dorothy. I'm happy to use whatever language you desire. And I think the reason I started thinking about all this is I was down at the Eagle a couple weeks ago going, oh, what am I going to say at the anniversary, you know? And I thought to myself, well, yes, the first anniversary's paper, second is cotton. And my friend, Andrew, said to me, oh, no, you can't do cotton. I'm like, what, why not? And he's like, well, slavery and exploitation. And you'll dig yourself into a hole and you'll never be able to get out of it. Now keep in mind, we were standing there, well, we were actually standing against the wall because we were trying to avoid the principal. And I'm like, but Andrew, you're dressed in cotton from head to toe. And he's like, yeah, but you just don't want to bring that stuff up. I'm like, but though your t-shirt was put together by a 12-year-old girl in Cambodia or somewhere. How is that not slavery still? Things don't change.
Yeah. Break it.
Yes, darling. But, as I said before, words are magic. They can heal, and they can hurt. I didn't mean to kill those men. Believe me, if I'm going to kill you, darling, I'll be standing in front of you with, like, some garden shears or something. And we'll be married, and so it's all your fault anyway. And I'll remember you, I'll get a little skull ring for the cracked skull, and maybe some pearls for the loose of intestines.
Yeah.
But you'll always be there. Now here's the thing, my granny didn't like granny. And some of our loved ones don't like a certain word that rhymes with granny. And they need a space to heal. And I'm happy to give that to them. But when you take away words, when I say the N-word, you all know exactly what I mean, it just stops us from talking about it. So take your time and heal, and I'll call you whatever you want. Sweetie pie, lemon drop, gimlet. And I'll do it with love. But eventually we are going to have a conversation. So don't take away all of my words. And I really mean they are magic, so I'm going to quote with one of my gurus. Miss Ryan Granger, fear of a thing, fear of a name, just increases the fear of the thing itself.
Yes.
Cheers, Kimless.
The immortal Empress. Oh, that's right.